Hi. How come nobody told me that The Irishman was a comedy? I'm kidding, of course, but I think it's interesting that they split up the categories, the films, by comedy and musical and drama for some things, but not other things. They used to do it for the supporting actor, actress, supporting whatever categories, and then they I guess stopped because they didn't last night. It wasn't last night. It was 2 days ago. Today's Tuesday. So yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing Ricky Gervais did, and I'm just gonna read. That is some overexposure. The angle is set up like this right now because I don't feel like sitting. Maybe I could put it down a little bit. I should know by now that my videos are pretty much always crooked. I can make it a little bit darker. Okay, so I'll kick things off with the first, I was gonna say the first category of the night, but let's talk about Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais was great. He was great. They all got their asses handed to them, and I appreciated him for that, and I loved it. And some of them was mad, but like he said, it was only jokes, and I just didn't see anywhere the lie was. Like, where's the lie? He didn't say any lies. All of his jokes had some truth in them, so what y'all mad about? Yeah, so I think every single thing that Ricky Gervais said was hilarious. Hilarious. And I'm actually sad that he's not coming back, because I appreciated him just fucking with them. It was nice. Some of them, they need to be taken down a notch, you know? They need to be taken down a notch, get off their high horse. Appreciated him for that. And I agree with everything he said. Like I said, it was just jokes, but there's some of it that has an underlaying of truth. So, you know what else I like? How he took my line. How he kept saying, I don't care. Is that not me? How many times am I telling y'all I don't care? The whole night he was like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about your feelings. Fuck you anyhow. Shut the fuck up. I'm up here, y'all all looking at me, y'all all listening to me. Give a fuck about y'all wanna boo and give me looks, nigga. I don't care. Shut the fuck up. All of you work with Harvey Weinstein. All of you work for Disney. All of you work for Hulu. All of you work for Disney is Hulu is Disney. All of you work for Amazon. All of you work for Apple. ISIS had something, y'all would work there. Call your agent. Fuck you niggas. Loved it. Anyway, so Ricky was the best thing about the night. I loved how everybody just didn't give a fuck. Joaquin didn't give a fuck. Brad didn't give a fuck. Renee Zellweger didn't give a fuck. Michelle Williams didn't give a fuck. The fucks were not given anywhere. Everybody was like, I'm drinking. Olivia Colman went up there and was like, I'm boozy. I'm boozy. Like, this is why I'm here. I didn't expect to win. Thanks. Just like when she won the Oscar. She was like, thanks. Didn't expect this. Just came to hang out with my niggas. But thanks. All right, let's get into everything that happened, if my predictions were right or wrong, and how I felt about the show. I really enjoyed the show. I didn't watch it live because I don't have Channel 4. I only have Channel 7 and Channel 11. Thank God the Oscars are on Channel 7. As far as like digital programming, everything else I stream. I've told you this. I only watch TV when it's the live shows, when it's the award shows. I don't watch anything live. So I watched the Golden Globes last night on Hulu when it was uploaded. One second. I'm always so thirsty. I think because I live alone and I'm not talking to anyone. So as soon as I get on camera, I'm like talking a lot. So I realized that I'm hella thirsty because I didn't talk the whole day until I got on camera. I also, as usual, didn't drink water yet today. Matter of fact, I just look at the time. It's 3 o'clock and I haven't even eaten today. I'm not even that hungry. I'm hungry, but I'm like way too excited to do this video. So I'm going to do this, then shower, and then eat. I just went on like a whole rant about nothing that I'm going to cut out of this video. I mean, it wasn't about nothing, but it wasn't about what this video is about. That I'm going to cut out and maybe one day show y'all. But it was just very interesting how I just go off on tangents. So the first thing that happened after Ricky's awesomeness was Rami won for his show. Rami, not Rami Malek. The other Rami, or Rami, for his show, Rami. I don't know his last name. But he won, and what he said was really funny. He actually said, I know y'all don't watch my show. And it's funny because if you remember what I said, I counted him out and thought that he didn't have a chance of winning at all because I watched his show and couldn't get with it. So it was almost like he was talking to me when he was like, I know y'all didn't watch my show. I tried to watch it and didn't finish shit. They barely started it. But I did say he was very charming in my predictions video. And they could have done a curveball and gave it to a newcomer. But I also did say that I didn't care about this category. And that category was actor in a comedy. Second thing that happened was Russell Crowe won for actor in a miniseries or a motion picture. And I did predict him, the guy from Fosse Verdon, Sam, or the guy from Chernobyl. So he was one of my picks of my top 3. But he wasn't there. But he did leave a speech about Australia because that is where he's from and they are having bushfires there. And Jennifer Aniston, because she was presenting, she read out his speech. So that was really nice, that he spoke about bushfires in Australia. And everybody throughout the night was speaking about that. And I appreciated that. And that's part of the reason why I love these shows, because they do keep me informed. Because as y'all know, I don't stay informed on what's happening. Like I purposefully don't watch the news, don't listen to the news. I only watch Bill Maher, and he's not on TV right now, so I wouldn't know. I don't only listen to comedy news, political news. I don't like hearing about it because it does put a damper on my day. Like, it's kind of like energy. Like, you don't want to be around bad energy and bad vibes. Yes, you do want to be up to date on what's happening in the world, but not day to day. I don't want to hear about it. So I'm glad that they made that a reoccurring theme of the night where they were talking about Australia and sending prayers to them, so I know what's happening over there, because that is important for me to know. So the third thing that happened was, why am I so dehydrated? Stellan Skarsgård won for Chernobyl, and I did predict him as one of the winners. So, yeah, I was right about him. I predicted either him or Andrew or Culkin, because I did like all three of them pretty much equally. I just didn't want it to be the Fonz or Alan Arkin. And I liked his speech. I liked that it was the first time he ever won a Golden Globe. He said that he wanted to thank his makeup artist for putting prosthetic eyebrows on his face, which was really funny. And the whole time he was up there, I was just like, oh, look at Pennywise Daddy. I'm proud of you. Tall and funny. That was nice. The fourth thing that happened was my favorite HBO show, Succession, won Best Drama TV Series. So that was great. I did predict that, so I was happy about that. Next thing that happened was Phoebe Waller-Bridge won for actress in a comedy series. And I did predict her, and I'm glad she won. It was either her or Midge, in my opinion, and she did win. So now she got the Emmy and the Golden Globe, and she still got Killing Eve in her back pocket. She still got a Star Wars movie under her belt, and she's still co-writing the James Bond movie. So Phoebe Waller-Bridge is out here being lovely, and I loved her outfit. She looked sparkly and shiny and gray. It was a nice suit, looked super expensive. Love her. The next thing that happened was Brian Cox won for Succession, and I didn't predict him. I kind of written him out. I thought it was going to be Rami or Billy Porter, and he kind of said something similar in his speech, that he didn't think he was going to win, and he apologized for winning to his nominees, his fellow nominees, because he was like, this is not really a thing for me. I've been doing this since I was 2 years old, when I was for 60 years, and I just come here. Like, the whole time, I remember when they called his name, he was sitting there, everybody around him was like, oh my god, and he was just like, relax, like, I'm old as fuck, why is this a thing? And he went up there, he gave his little speech, and he was Brian Cox. He's like your granddad. Like, he's just at the table where he's just like, when is this gonna be over? Like, I don't really fuck with this, but thanks. Similar to Olivia Colman, like, thanks. But yeah, that prediction of mine was wrong. I did count him out for those very reasons. He just seemed like he's just over the award thing. Kind of like when Christopher Plummer kept not winning, and then he won when he was like 90, the Oscar. I'm just doing this to do that. I just enjoy acting and getting money. Like, these awards don't really solidify me anymore. Shout out to Brian Cox for that. Everybody had a very I don't give a fuck attitude, which is me. So everybody was just pretty much acting like me. Fucks with it. The next thing that happened was Quentin Tarantino won for screenplay of a motion picture, and I didn't predict it would. Yeah, I didn't predict that. I predicted either Parasite or Marriage Story was gonna win, or maybe Irishman. As I go on, you will see that Irishman literally won nothing, and neither did Disney, and I was very fucking happy. I was like, good for you old niggas. Good for you old niggas. Listen, I love Scorsese, my favorite director. I love The Departed. I love Casino. I love Raging Bull. I watch Casino more than any average person should. Okay? You can love someone and be critical of it. I love my mother. She annoys the shit out of me, though. I love my siblings. Always want to strangle them, though. You know what I'm saying? You can love someone and be critical of them. Love Jay-Z, my favorite rapper, but he cheated on Beyonce, so I kind of half don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Love Scorsese, but I was very happy that he lost. Hate Disney. Very happy that they lost everything. They were nominated as fuck. Lost everything. It was great. So yeah, I did count out Quentin Tarantino. And it was funny in his speech where And this is exactly why I count him out. Exactly because of what he said in his speech. He was like, I did this. There's no one really to thank because I did this. And that's true. I wrote this screenplay. So it's not like I'm winning this because someone such and such helped me. I just sat there and wrote it. But it was the actors that put my words on screen and gave them life. And then he talks about what Brad did and how he made the acid trip funnier and greater than it was. And Leo in his trailer just wilding out. That scene was funny with Leo when he was like, embarrass yourself in front of all those goddamn people. That was great. And then he gets over to Margot Robbie and he says, just your goodness. Just for being good. Because he knows damn well she didn't do a goddamn motherfucking thing in that movie. And when he got around to her, I was like, yeah, what you about to say about her? And he said nothing about her. He just simply said she's good. You just said Brad killed it by doing this. Leo killed it by doing this, and Margot was just good. You good, bitch. You got goodness. The next thing that happened was Missing Link beat 3 Disney movies, and I was so happy, and I'm so proud of Laika Studios because goddamn, the time and effort and skill set that goes into these Laika films. When Kubo lost, that time when Kubo lost, 2017, I think. Against, I think it was Zootopia. I'm not sure. At least, okay, I did love Zootopia. But when it lost, I was like, these motherfuckers, Disney, these motherfuckers. Laika work hard. I ain't seen Missing Link yet, but I know it's not as good as Kubo. I just know it's not. But I'm still glad they beat Disney. Yes, I love Toy Story 4. I do. But fuck that. Y'all took Kubo from them. So, I was good with that. Missing Link could be the wackest shit ever. Haven't seen it yet. I don't care. I didn't want Disney to win. But I did predict Toy Story 4 would win because Disney was in there 3 times. And I did count out Missing Link, as I said, because I didn't see it. Those are the only reasons why. But I'm pleased with the results. Number 9. I wrote number 9. But what I mean is the next thing that happened, or at least the next thing that I wrote down that I cared for. Laura Dern won for Merit Story for what category? Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture. Now, I predicted that J-Lo or Margot Robbie was going to win in this. Not because Laura Dern wasn't phenomenal in Marriage Story, because she was. Only because I feel like J-Lo had more screen time in her film than Laura Dern had in her film. But I guess that shit doesn't matter. It just matters about the performances, which I get. Because there was one time where Viola Davis did get nominated for Doubt for one 7-minute scene. So now I know the length of time you're in a film doesn't matter. It's the strength of the full performance, what you do with that time. And I should have learned that with Viola Davis, because she's out here proving that. I could be in your movie for 39 seconds and get nominated. I'm out of the frame. That's supposed to be like a mic drop. Okay, I'm back. So that prediction was wrong, but I'm glad Laura Dern won, because like I said, she was giving me Renata vibes. And that's, because she's not winning from Renata, that's her Renata win for me, in my heart, in my brain, in my soul. Thank you. Next. Fleabag won for Best Comedy Series, I'm assuming. Yes, Best Comedy Series. And I did predict that or Mrs. Maisel, so I was right. And I'm still mad because Fleaba's gone. But at least Phoebe Waller-Bridge will write us an even better show. And give us 2 seasons of that. Just keep giving me 2 seasons of dopeness. Fucks with it. Next thing that happened was Patricia Arquette. My favorite person, if you remember what I said about her. Won for The Act, beating Meryl in the supporting actress in a drama series category. I hate Patricia Arquette. And I had a feeling that she was going to win because she keeps winning when she's literally the only person in a category that I want to not win. It's always her. And I feel like I'm putting it in existence. Like, I keep saying it. I keep saying I don't want her to win, like anybody but her, and then it's always her. It happened with Escape from Dannemora. It happened with Boyhood, and it's happening with The Act. Like, I keep saying anybody but her, and then it's her. Ugh. Then she came on stage and looked trash. She looked like white trash. I need to stop being so damn rude. There's a plane flying over my building. I don't know why she just gives a bad taste in my, I just don't like Patricia Arquette. Sorry. sorry. I don't like her. I don't like her. I don't like her. But she's gonna keep winning these damn things. Okay. Next thing that happened, Olivia Colman won for actress in a limited series. And she basically just went up there and said, I'm a fan of all of you, and I'm boozy right now. It was similar to her Oscar speech last year when she was like, Glenn Close, I'm a fan of you. I didn't think this was going to happen, and I don't know why I'm here. I love her in Fleabag, too. So for this category that Olivia Colman won for, actress in a drama TV series, I predicted Jodie Comer, not because I saw her performance in Killing Eve, just because she won the Emmy, which was surprising to me, or Nicole Kidman. So they both lost, so I was completely wrong. I've written out Olivia Colman because I don't watch The Crown. That was the only reason I written her out. Not because she's not great. I did also say she might win because she's Olivia Colman. I was right. So I was half right, you know what I mean? Next thing that happened was Sam Mendes. This is not an order of next thing that happened, by the way. This is just an order of when I wrote things down. Next thing that happened, Sam Mendes won Best Director. And even though I did want Bong Joon-ho to win, I wasn't mad at Sam Mendes winning because I was really proud of him when I saw him nominated. And I did also say that Bong Joon-ho wasn't going to win because he was the only non-white, non-American. So my next, like my number 2, was Sam Mendes. So I was happy. But yeah, it didn't change that much. I still would have liked to see Bong Joon-ho. I'm pretty sure for the Oscar, Sam Mendes is going to win too because that whole film, 1917, the whole film is his direction. So it makes sense. I'm very proud of him. Very happy for Sam Mendes. I like Sam Mendes. I love A Revolutionary Road and American Beauty. I love his movies. I know I'm going to love 1917 when I see it. Michelle Williams won, and I did predict her for actress in a miniseries or movie, and she gave a killer speech about abortion. And her presence is just so boss humble. Like, she gives me boss humble. Like, she gives me, like, I'll fuck you up and then, like, give you a blanket. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love her. Her speech was amazing. I just love listening to her talk because she's so very humble and soft-spoken and regal in a way. Like, she demands your attention, but she doesn't do it in an abrasive attitude type way. She just does it in a very assertive way. I love how she said, like, we need to do what we need to do. Men do it. Why the fuck we don't do it? Like, she basically, her whole speech was just like logic on top of logic, reason. I'm just naming rappers. Logic and reason was her just speech. Like, why the fuck don't we do what these men do? We breastfed them. Her speech didn't say nothing like that. Like, I'm super paraphrasing, but like, Michelle Williams is awesome. I did predict her win, and I'm glad she won because she's amazing. She was the best part of Venom, female Venom. I don't know why I just said that. The next thing that happened was Chernobyl. Chernobyl won miniseries or TV movie, and it was presented by Tiffany Haddish and Selma Hayek. And Selma Hayek once again came on stage and made me question my sexuality because she's looked like that my entire life, and I've just been like, why do you look like that still? And her and Tiffany were just really funny together. And then when Chernobyl won, Stellan Skarsgård came on stage and hugged Selma Hayek. He gave her a big hug. He was like, hey Selma! It was just really cute. And then Tiffany Haddish started leaning on the other guys, the other producers of Chernobyl. That was also really funny. And Stellan Skarsgård, like, rubbed down her back. I think her feet was hurting because she was standing for a while. But it was just really funny, that whole scenario. Because nobody was actually listening to the guy's speech. And you could tell the cameraman was also bored because he was filming other things that was happening. He did a wide on when Stellan and Selma hugged each other. And then he panned over to Tiffany leaning on the other producers. And then he went back to the guy on the microphone. So it was like, nobody's really paying attention to you. And there was this one lady actually standing behind him. She was also looking at what was happening with Tiffany Haddish. It was just really funny. All right, then the next thing that happened was Hilda G won original score for Joker. And I did predict that would happen. And I'm very happy that it happened. Because Joker is really the best score that came out last year. The dopest, most original score that came out last year. I did say that in my prediction video. I was really happy. I can't wait to hear her score more shit. Yep, I did say it was going to be either Joker or 1917 or Motherless Brooklyn, like in that order. But definitely Joker is my favorite. That's the one I listen to the most. I love that score. That is a good score. Good job, Hilda. And because she's a woman, and I rarely see female composers nominated for anything or win anything. I'm ignoring you, Horn. I'm ignoring you. I'm ignoring you. I live right next to Lincoln Tunnel. So right next to Times Square, like 42nd Street, Lincoln Tunnel. Like it's the shipment area. Like I live near, you know what, I'm not gonna tell you what I live near. Not doing that. Next thing that happened was Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt was the next thing that happened. Brad Pitt came on stage and I had an orgasm. He won in his category for supporting actor in a motion picture. Now this is why I said what I said in the beginning of the movie. Why didn't anyone tell me that Irishman was a comedy? That was a joke. They have Once Upon a Time in the comedy musical category, and then they have Irishman in the drama category. But they have the actors from both of these movies in the same category. Now I think that this is kind of a response to Matt Damon winning for The Martian in the comedy category and Leo winning for Wolf of Wall Street in a comedy category. It's just kind of ridiculous for you to separate those films by genre, but you don't separate the actors by genre. You just do that so you can fit in who you want to fit in a certain category. But this year, they put him in there with Joe Pesci and Pacino and Hanks, all the drama actors. And that's why I counted him out. And once again, he's another one in his speech where he was like, all of these names were gods to me. Anthony Hopkins, Tom Hanks, Pacino, Pesci, like I looked up to y'all. That it's the same thing I was thinking. So I predicted Pesci or Pacino because I really didn't want Pesci to win. And I was really sad that he wasn't there. He just keeps hiding from me. And yeah, Brad pretty much said the same thing in the beginning of his speech, that you guys were gods to me. So it's not, this is like, not even like, this is really an honor because y'all are you and I am not you. So I lingered on his speech for a minute because it's Brad Pitt and I was in my feelings. I love how when he won, everyone stood up and screamed and clapped and cheered, and it was very ruckus. Like it was pretty much like everybody was aroused, not just me. I wasn't alone. And yeah, I lingered on him. So she's great, and he was so beautiful. And I just thought it was funny that unlike everyone else thanking their wife and kids, that he didn't and couldn't because he lost them. Not funny. He just doesn't have them anymore like he did before. When he had them, he wasn't winning shit. As soon as he lost them, he started winning shit. Anybody else think that's pretty interesting? He was great. I kept rewatching his speech. I thought it was funny how he made a Titanic joke. It was very subtle and everybody in the room got it. And I also like how when they showed Leo, when he was complimenting Leo, you could see the ex-wife in the background and she was clapping. I like that. I like the camaraderie of when exes are in the same building, because both of his exes were there, his ex-wife and his ex-girlfriend, Gwyneth Paltrow. Why does this water look like it's Brad Pitt, the death of me. He will be the death of me. Next thing that happened, Taron Egerton won for actor in a motion picture, comedy or musical, and I did predict him that he would win. I loved him, and I love Rocket Man. I love Elton John. He made Hakuna Matata and all the Lion King music. He is a part of my childhood. I love him, and I love all of his music. And I love Taron Egerton in Rocket Man, and he had a great reaction when they called out his name. He was really flustered, and his speech was really cute and innocent and positive, and he's adorable. And I want to see him in more shit. Next thing that happened was Awkwafina won, and she gave a funny, humble speech. Her speech was very funny and humble. I like how she said that if anything goes wrong in her career, she could sell her Golden Globe, which is true and great. She can always, she's gonna be fine now because she has that. And I forgot how deep her voice is when she was speaking. I was like, oh yeah, I'll keep rewatching her performance in the farewell. And I forgot that she's deep-spoken like that. Anyway, I did predict her, I think. I predicted her or Beanie. I predicted Beanie because, like I said before, these categories are confusing. Like, I didn't think Farewell was funny. Like, I didn't find it to be funny. I found it very personal to myself. It was like I was watching my family in that film. So I didn't find it funny. I mean, there are funny comedic moments where it was like everybody was looking at Billy when she first arrived, like, "Yo, bitch, you better not say nothing." There's certain points in the film where it's comedic, and the grandma is great. She has her funny bits, but I don't think it's a comedy. When I think comedy, I think of fucking Coming to America and Step Brothers. I don't think dramedies, and it's not even a dramedy. It's just a dramedy. It's just a drama with some comedy in it. That's the only reason I said that. But I love Aquafina, and I'm glad she won. Her speech was cute, and I love everybody that's dragon like me. She's a dragon like me. If you don't know what that means, comment below. But you should. Next thing that happened, best musical or comedy movie was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And I actually said in my prediction video that he wouldn't win. That it would be anybody but him, Tarantino. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I said it would be anything but that. And that Tarantino would be disappointed. I was so wrong. He won. I thought it was going to be Rocket Man and Knives Out. Because once again, I'm thinking about comedy musical. And comedy musical made me think of Rocket Man and Knives Out. And it wasn't either of those. It was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Which wasn't comedy or musical to me. Whatever. But I was wrong. I admit that I was wrong. Tarantino cleaned up way more than I thought he would. He got screenplay and best motion picture comedy. Alright, next thing that happened was Joaquin motherfucking Phoenix. Leaf Phoenix won for actor in a drama motion picture, and I predicted him or Antonio Banderas or Adam. This was that category where I said it would be a four-way tie because it was just so great. Christian Bale wasn't there. I guess he knew he wasn't gonna win, but I wanted to see his reaction in the audience because I like seeing him. But he wasn't there. I did say Antonio Banderas or Joaquin because they're the minorities. Joaquin is Puerto Rican, but he's also like Native American. I don't know what race Joaquin is, but I'm glad he won. He was great. And I love his speech and how he wasn't polite at all. And he was being very classic Joaquin Phoenix. And I love it. And I was also hoping that Russell Crowe would just come out of nowhere on stage and just like humble him, and they would have like a gladiator moment. Because I feel like Russell Crowe is the only person that can calm him down. I also really like how he hugged Leo on his way to the stage. But yeah, his speech was very real and not I don't want to say it wasn't polite. It was just very like, I'm gonna say how I feel. I'm gonna be very I'm not so much emotional, but I'm gonna be just very real and very like forward. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. Like I'm gonna be myself and tell you how I feel. And he spoke honestly about the humbleness of acting with others and how he's once again like everybody else, how he's really a fan of everybody and he really looks up to everybody, and how the Golden Globe it's kind of like what Drake said at the Grammys. What a Golden Globe is just like, we all are appreciative of each other, we all recognize each other, like we getting nominated, like it's just me now. It is gonna be you tomorrow or next year. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be you at the Oscars. This is just a thing for ads. Like this is just a show for advertisements. It doesn't matter as much as you think. What matters is I appreciate the Hollywood Foreign Press associating agriculture with climate change and making tonight plant-based. That was something he said that was very important. And I know Ricky Gervais said he don't want nobody being political and informing the public of anything. And what was specific about Joaquin was that he wasn't informing the public about anything. He was informing his peers. You motherfuckers need to stop flying private jets, and that's not necessary for the weekend. Like, he was talking to them niggas, not us. Stuff like that I like celebrities and rich people talking to other celebrities and rich people, and not us. Because they always have those videos where it's like, you need to recycle, and you need to do this, and you need to do that, and you need to turn off your water and plug out your chargers. And it's like, you motherfuckers take planes and fuck up the earth daily, weekly. That's who Joaquin was talking to. So that's completely different from when Joaquin was like, don't inform the public of shit. You have no idea what the real world is like. And Joaquin was like, yeah, you're right. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you niggas in this room. What the fuck? But I do appreciate the foreign press making tonight plant-based and being conscious of ourselves, of our own doing. Like, you pretend to be woke and then you act with these fucking companies that abuse children in China. Humbleness, like, I'm a fan of all of you, but y'all need to stop your fuckery. That was Joaquin's speech. He didn't mention anything about his role in the Joker because he know that shit wasn't hard for him. That shit wasn't hard for him. He know he's great. Just like when Todd Phillips won for something, or somebody won for something with Joker, the camera panned to Joaquin when they was talking about how great he was, and he was just like, yeah, I know I'm the greatest actor of my generation. I don't need nobody to tell me this. I don't need to talk about my performance or my process or my greatness. I'm the greatest actor of my generation. Like, why is everybody telling me? I already know. Can we talk about other shit that's important? Like, we're just here for ass. Like, I just came to take my girl out, Rooney Mara, and I mean, I just came to support. Like, why you tell me I'm great? Like, when the movie is done, like, I'm back to me. I'm back to Joaquin. Why do I always have to OD? Okay, three more things I gotta say. Yeah, number 22. 1917 one drama movie, which is obviously deserved because of what I said already before. That it is directed to make it look like one take, and it is probably phenomenal. And it's one of those epic films. So I'm very excited to see it. I was supposed to see it last weekend. It stopped showing at the AMC near me, but it's showing at the AMC in Lincoln Theater at Lincoln Center. But it's only showing certain times during the weekend. It's really annoying. And I didn't want to go by myself. I wanted to go with my brother. But I'm very happy 1917 won. I did not predict it, so I was wrong about that. I did say maybe it would win. What I wanted to win was Marriage Story. But I did say maybe 1917 would win because it is epic war film or Irishman. But like I said, Irishman ain't win shit. And then Renee Zellweger won for Actress in a Motion Picture for Judy, which I also haven't seen yet. And she was cute. She looked very fit. I loved how she looked in her dress. She looked great in her dress. And she gave us her classic Renee Zellweger voice that I haven't heard in forever because I haven't seen Renee Zellweger in forever. But she still got the same raspy voice that she had as Roxy Hart in Chicago. And it was just nice to hear her talk again. And once again, in her speech, she didn't give a fuck. She was just like, I'm going to be up here for as long as I want to. Thank you for inviting me back. I'm going to talk about this, talk about that. Thank you to such and such for letting me know that being on the top, you know what I mean? It's not what's important. It's the journey. It's kind of like that Miley Cyrus song. I'm going to be up here for a minute. Like, I look cute, right? Know what I mean? Tight. Like, she was just up there living in her moment. So I like that. And last but not motherfucking least, like I said, it's not in order. This nigga right here, Bong Joon-ho. Bong Joon-ho won for foreign film for Parasite, and I did predict he would. And he went up there and basically told everybody, you niggas don't like to read, huh? He said, y'all don't like to read, y'all missing out on great cinema, great films, because y'all don't want to read. But y'all niggas on Twitter every day, but y'all don't want to read subtitles. Really? Nigga, bye. And he basically just said, we all speak the same language. That's the language of cinema. Like, stop trying to act like you can't watch foreign films because you don't want to read, or you're not going to be able to enjoy it because you're going to be reading. Relax. Them shits is better than our shits. And whenever we adapt anything that's foreign, we make it worse. It's never as good. Come on, how many times I gotta say this? You remake Train to Busan, it's not gonna be good. You remake Akira, it's not gonna be as good. Stop remake Ghost in the Shell, one is good. Subtitles, really? Anyway, I'm so glad he won. He gonna win the Oscar too. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that happened that night. No, that's not the last thing. The last thing is original song. Last thing I wrote here, at least. Not the last thing that happened. Original song, my favorite song won, and I'm very happy. It was Elton John's I'm Gonna Love Me Again, which I did predict. And I said the only thing that would beat it would be the Frozen song. But Disney lost everything they was nominated for. So, yay. Everything I wanted to happen happened. I mean, a few things I was wrong about, but everything that really mattered happened. So I was happy with the night. I was very happy with the winners. Very happy with the host. I feel like he's a great host. I'm going to miss him. He said it was his last time, but that is the host that they deserve. They need to be taken down a notch. People kiss their asses 364 days of the week, of the year. That one day of the year in the Golden Globes when Ricky Gervais roasts y'all. Y'all deserve it. And stop trying to act like you so humble you can't take jokes. And especially when these jokes are fucking facts. When he said Felicity Huffman made my license plate, nigga, y'all was groaning and moaning at that. The bitch spent 2 days in prison. Cut it the fuck out. He's the host they deserve. It was actually really, really good. So I'm gonna see y'all back when I react to, I think the Critics' Choice is next, or the SAG is next. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to see the SAG because I don't have cable. It was a great show, and I had a good time watching it. It's getting grayer outside and noisier, so I'm gonna go. Deuces, Shabba